Being able to recover is critical in Smash Bros., and it can really make or break a character. What is the point of having good attacks if you can get back on stage? Having a recovery that is long, safe, quick, versatile, and that can attack is ideal in a character. And in this video, I'm going to give you a list of 10 characters, excluding DLC, with good recoveries that cover some or all of these points. Jigglypuff's recovery is rather simple. It all relies on her double jumps and her incredible air mobility. None of her specials really help her, even side special. However, she does have some great aerial attacks, so if you approach her carelessly, you might get hit with one of them. It can be a little linear, and there's no invincibility aside from the air dodge you could use that should only be your last jump. But if you know how to use her aerials, this is a good recovery that barely makes the list. Peach's main fault is that their up special agility doesn't have any hitboxes, leaving you very open for an attack. Their falling speed is also very high, limiting your time on the air to use your moves, meaning that using Skull Bash to mix up the recovery is very risky. But Peach's recovery does do the job. It has a solid mix of moves to use, and they have a wall jump that might come in handy. It is a functional recovery, but lacks that power and invincibility. Peach and Daisy's recovery is an amazing sideways recovery. Both side and up special cover incredible amounts, not to mention the float ability adds even more. And the amazing aerial she has you more than covered, at least in the sideways department. When it comes to a vertical recovery, it is a little worse. It's still an alright recovery, but compared to her sideways recovery, it lacks a little bit. It's a little tricky to recover from above too, because Peach isn't the best at hitting enemies below her. But her good versatility and attacks in both the recovery moves make it an amazing sideways recovery. Just be careful when doing it vertically. Wario's versatility in the recovery department is amazing. 3 of his 4 special moves can be used to recover and in different ways. Side special covers good horizontal distance, and down special covers immense vertical distance if completely charged. And his up special is pretty alright. Wario's only real fault is that if you lose your bike and your waft isn't fully charged, you're left with an alright recovery. So just be careful where you place your bike and to use your waft wisely, because those are the keys to a long and versatile recovery. Rob's way of getting back to the stage leaves you pretty open for any attacks, but if you know how to save up your energy and use their aerials, their recovery is really great. But they lack in speed and ways to mix it up, they have in distance. Rob's up special covers some crazy amount of distance when fully charged. Their hitbox being so big doesn't really help with the lack of offense, but that distance and aerials may make up for it. You just gotta stay on your toes when using it. Villager and Isabelle's recovery are very similar to Rob's. They cover great amount of distances, but are also prone to being attacked. However, both do have more versatility than Rob in the form of their side specials. Villager has Lloyd Rocket that covers crazy horizontal distance. You can also hit an opponent safely or use it to stall in the air and confuse your opponent. And he also has a wall jump. Isabelle has her fishing rod, which functions like a tether recovery, amazing for semi-long distances. Both their up specials cover very long distances, so it all depends on how you mix up your moves to make your recovery less linear. Mr. Game & Watch's sub special is amazing. The initial part covers great vertical distances, and the latter part horizontal. It has a hitbox that sends opponents away from you so you're in a safer spot too. It almost feels like invincibility. Its only real issue is that it can be a little linear and lacks versatility, but this move alone can cause your opponents more trouble if they don't know how to counter your recovery. It is quick and it covers long distances. A really good recovery. One word: versatility. Meta Knight is the king of versatility. All of his special moves help him get back to the stage, and all with different uses. Down special is probably the safest one to use. Neutral special and side special cover amazing horizontal distances, and up special covers great vertical distances. All the specials have hitboxes too, so if you want to get back on stage and punish your opponent, he is the king of doing that. Now add in his multiple jumps and he pretty much always makes it back on stage. Only slight issue is that after using any special move, you'll end up in freefall, limiting what to do after. So mix up which special you're going to use so your opponents have a hard time predicting what you will use. Now all the characters prior really don't have a set order. They could be interchangeable and up to personal preference. However, the character I put in the top spot is the one that, in my opinion, has the best recovery in the game. But before that, here are some honorable mentions. Pikachu's recovery is amazing. It's the perfect balance of distance, versatility, and offense. His up special grants him so much mobility that anyone that tries to approach him passively will get hit by the attack, and it being able to cover great distances without being predictable is a great asset. Mix that with Skull Bash that covers immense horizontal distances, and the ability to wall jump makes his recovery even better. If you're feeling risky, you could even use his thunder to hit your opponents and stall midair. Mixing up Skull Bash and Quick Attack off stage really makes it hard to approach Pikachu. His recovery isn't perfect, but to me, it's the perfect balance of everything you need in a recovery. It's fun to have recoveries to play with. In my opinion, the more options you have to recover, the funner it is. It's the comeback, it's your way of saying you aren't getting rid of me that easily. I remember how in the N64 game, the crowd would go nuts when you recovered from very far away, and to this day that's how I feel when it happens. While some recoveries may be better than some, it's all about getting back, no matter how easy or challenging it was.